Welcome to another with the Sony Xperia Z3 tablet compact or compact tablet. I always get the name wrong because it's that long, but it's of course the same design as the Sony Xperia Z3 and Z3 compact, but in tablet form, which means 8-inch Full HD screen, still waterproof, slim, light, and a really beautiful design. We have already showed you this device on the IFA 2014 where they announced it actually, and I think it didn't get enough press, and it's really a beautiful device, so you should definitely check it out. It's available in black and white with 3G or just Wi-Fi. Actually even 4G because the Snapdragon 801 processor inside. This is the white version, as you will see, with 16 GB with 4G, which costs here in Germany $499, but without 4G it should be $100 less. So here you can see on the back again, we have a Snapdragon processor, we have a true luminous display, which means amazing colors, or should mean amazing colors. The 8-inch screen has Full HD as I mentioned, and it's IP65 and 68 proof, so dust and water resistant, up to 1.5 meters for half an hour, I think is 68. And of course Wi-Fi, high-res audio, blah blah blah. Latest Android installed, 4.4.2 should it be, I think, or 4.3. But we will see in a second when we take it out of the box, take a look at what's inside the box, of course, except for the tablet, and also how the camera is. I also like to show that in my unboxing video. So we have a little bit to read. We will take a quick look at that in a second, what the short manual says. Then we have here a little cable for data transfer, so you can load up that 16 gigs of internal memory with music if you don't want to do it wirelessly or via micro SD. Here there is a cable, and of course charging works also with that, but you can also get a docking station, and then of course we have a charger built in the box. Not built in the box, inside the box, standard Sony black charger, 1500 milliamp hours, so it should charge in about 4 to 5 hours. So that's it from the box contents, nothing special there if you ask me. No headphones, anything like that, a little bit sad about that. Sour information, not that interesting for me. Be aware that there's different software installed depending on the countries, I know, but the camera and the apps that I usually show you guys are the standard ones. And then we have a quick start guide so you guys can see where to put in the SIM card if you buy the LTE version, what kind of Android or how to use Android in the first steps, and how you can transfer contacts or do phone calls, because actually with the LTE 4G version you can do phone calls. And I will definitely show you guys that it's too big to make phone calls, because that's how it would look like. But it's actually possible to make phone calls, which makes it really fun. And if I stand up, and I don't know if you can see it, but if you put it inside your Levi's jeans, for example, this is our Levi's jeans right now, you can actually put them all the way in and they will fit. It's not that comfortable to sit down, but it's quite interesting to see really that they fit inside your jeans. But yeah, I think a lot of people would look strange on you when you will pull this out of your pocket to make a phone call. But in Asia that's common sense, so this is where we are going, 8-inch phablets, you could call them. So this is the Sony Xperia Z3 compact tablet. We are not finished because we will take a look at the device itself, of course, but you can see maybe here, if my camera will focus in just a second, here on the side of the tablet, where you can see that we have your docking station port. So as on the phones from the last generations, you can just use a docking station to charge the device. You don't have to open up these little flaps, which make it actually waterproof and dustproof. But what you have also here behind the flaps that you should definitely put inside once is micro SD slot with up to 128 gigs of course of micro SD that you can put in here, and there's the nano SIM card slot, the same size as you would have with your iPhones or latest generation Android or Windows Phone devices. Then on the bottom, of course, when you don't want to buy a docking station, which are actually quite cheap, or you can just buy the cable from China, there is also a micro USB slot, as I said, for data transfer and for charging, also behind this little flap. And then on the other side we have of course the on and off switch, the volume control, and this side, the on and off switch and the volume control, and the headphone port, which is waterproof even though it's open. On the back you will find the camera, a nice little back cover which is rubberish so it won't slip out of your hand. And then we have here the NFC, Sony logo and Xperia logo here on the bottom, and on the front also quite nice little front camera, which we will take a closer look at now when we unlock the device, which I already have set up here after a few minutes. So you can see it's fully charged. It should last about 15 hours. That's what Sony says. At least I will try it out and tell you guys in my review. So this is the Sony Bravia engine. As usual, you can pull it down with your 2 fingers here to get your quick settings bar, or just with 1 finger to see the notifications, for example. More on tips and tricks about that later. And then let's just open up the camera here, where you can see the front camera with my GH4, and you can record, I think, HD videos here. I'm a little bit sad about here the Android navigation, that it's always on that side, but I can also turn this around, and then you can see here the back camera where we have here my living room, and it's also looking good. But of course this is not a smartphone and not a high-end smartphone, so these are just standard cameras with not even a flash. So thank you much for tuning in. This was the first hands-on with the latest Sony Android tablet, the Z3 Compact tablet. Until next time, please tune in again. Don't forget to check out the Amazon link here on the bottom. Till next time, please tune in again. And thank you much for watching again, I think.